Yeah, hello friends, I'm Chi. Yeah, today I'm with you guys once again just to bring you something that will take you out of big problems in life. When you are in foreign land, foreign things can happen to you, I tell you. So be careful because now there are reasons why you should know why others or even you, it may happen to you, but God forbid, in a situation whereby you'll be asked to pay some money back to the government, like fine or whatever. And also, you may not be getting anything when you go for pension or even when you apply for disoccupazione because your work have stopped, okay, and contract not renewed. So why don't you pay attention to these details? Even to some extent, you may not or will not be able to renew your documents at all or even get citizenship because of these issues here and there. Even when they are applying for documents like protezione speciale, you will not still get it. Even when you put on appeal, okay, your case is on appeal or cassazione, you will not still get it. There are factors that contribute to it. So I'm going to list out one dangerous part of it so that you would stay clear and find out. And I will also tell you how to figure out how to solve the problem in time before it haunts you. So first of all, there's an introduction, okay? If you're here for the first time, why don't you subscribe? Because here you get informations like this that keep it real, inform, updated, transforming. Information is power. If you know, you know. And if you don't still know, you don't know. But with Chi, surely you will know. Please put the like. That's the only way you can show me love. Come on, put the like for Chi, man. All right, to my old and new subscribers, thank you very much. You guys always the reason why I'm still here doing this whole thing. Thank you. Spread the gospel of Chi on WhatsApp, also on Facebook. Okay, like I introduced, those things are listed out there. You may not get them at all, and you'll be asked to pay more money back to the government. So, what is this dude Chi talking about? Okay, what I'm talking about is in a situation whereby you have your contract, right? Let me tell you, forget about those booster paggers. Normally, booster paggers will come because commercialista will always print it out and then your capo gives it to you or whatever, how you get your booster pagger. But the issue is this: when they give you contract, always try to go to the CAF. The CAF is even closer to everyone. You can find them in your city, one CAF in every commune or so, even CGIL. You can go to CAF especially, or ANOF, you know those offices like that, where you go and do some demandas like that. You can go to CAF especially to find out things about the contract given to you. Just go with your codice fiscale, other documents you have, your contract, go with them to CAF and tell them, hey, you want to check things about your contract. They should help you check if your tax is up to date, whether your capo, you know, the one who employed you, is really paying your tax up to date. Because now you are seeing that you have worked up to 1 year or 8 months or 6 months. You want to be really sure what is going on before you land yourself into big problems. Okay, so the CAF will just take your codice fiscale and check. If they will find out. They will tell you, hey, yes, your tax is up to date. And if it's not up to date based on how many months you have already worked, like say you have worked 8 months, and they tell you, man, it's only 3 months tax that was paid for you or 2 months tax that was paid for you, then that is a red line for you. So since your contract is ongoing, they will print out the document for you from their system. Then you can take it to your cap and say, man, look at it all. You have not been paying my tax. What is the problem? You know, even some situation, let's say your tax is 300 or 400 you pay, the capo pays for it, but you discover that they are just paying like 200 or 150 or 50 euro every month. It's not complete. So tell me, some even stop paying at all. Some even cancel your contract without you knowing. So why don't you go to CAV with all those documents, your work contract, your codice fiscale, and go and find out if your contract is still ongoing, because there are situations whereby some people are working, maybe contract of life contract or just fixed contract, like 2 years, 1 year contract or whatever. They don't know that the contract has been terminated even like 3 months after they got the job. You know, the contract was stopped and tax was not paid. They were just working for free, like a black job without even knowing. So when the contract finishes, they go to apply for the disoccupazione, nothing for them. Nothing will be given to them. In fact, in most cases, for those ones who their contract was stopped and tax was not even paid, they'll be asked to go and pay back some money. The tax during the time you worked, you have to go and pay back. And why some of those who worked for complete 1 year or 2 years or life contract and the thing now stopped or couple stopped it. When you go to apply for this disoccupazione, you discover that they will ask you, man, you are the one owing the government, because for the past 1 year or whatever, as they will calculate it, they will tell you your couple stopped paying the tax 2 months after you got that job. So you only paid for 2 months or 3 months and never paid again. So when you apply things like Sette Trenta, that is when you see them telling you, go and pay back the government because you are owing them. You know, Italy government does not joke with tax at all. So that is why most of you apply for 30, and then they ask you to pay back government huge sum of money. Some of you 1k, 1,008, 2,000, 3k, 4k, depending on how many places you worked, and they calculated that in those places your couples there never completed paying the tax. They just paid few months and stopped. Okay, so also how will it will affect you is that disoccupazione may not be your portion anymore because you are owing the government. You'll be asked to pay, and you know when they ask you to pay and you decide not to pay, the thing keeps increasing. Let's say you asked to pay 2k, you refuse to pay, and then because you are owing them the tax. In most cases, take those documents and give to lawyer to challenge that your couple, so that your couple will end up paying, because it was not your fault. It's the fault of the person who employed you that refused to pay. In most cases, they got arrested and being jailed because this is fraud, corruption. So if you want to carry the burden, then carry the burden and pay. And let me tell you, they give you deadline to pay. You refuse to pay, the money keeps increasing and increasing and increasing. So something you would have paid 1k or 2k will increase up to 10k or 20k. The more you are doing your strong head thing, so you can get a lawyer to challenge your couple, the company that employed you that never completed your tax, or you carry the burden. Also, when you go to renew document, that is why some people, when they go to renew document, the document will gog, because questioner will find out, okay, this is a 2 years contract, but from the thing they are saying, let's say you have worked for 1 year and 8 months, but they're not saying that the tax was only paid for 2 months, 3 months. And why should they renew it? They will just gog it there and tell you, go get a lawyer. Or sometimes they will gog it for many years, okay? And you will not even know why unless you get a lawyer. A lawyer will help you get the information out from Questura. Then you will know. In most cases, they give you this contract, and after the let's say the contract is 1 year or 2 years, before you know it, after you work for them for like 5 months or 4 months, they cut the contract, and then you take an empty contract going to renew, thinking you have a contract to renew your document or convert to work permit or apply citizenship or carta sojourner. Then you discover that you will not get it. You may even land yourself in big problem. They will tell you, get a lawyer. They are taking you to court, or that document will gog, okay? Or they'll tell you, get a new contract, then bring it so that we can renew your document for you, or get you your carta or your citizenship. Even it's worse when you have even applied citizenship and your tax is not up to date. Let's say you have worked for 3 years and only tax of 8 months was only paid, the rest was not paid. You see why people get rejection when they apply citizenship or apply for carta or go to renew. Their documents will never be renewed. So pay attention in all these things, as it will affect you. So always go to CAF with all these informations, your codice fiscale, other documents, and your contract, busta paga. Go with them and say you want to know if your tax is up to date. If you can go to INPS office, go there and also find out this information, or Centro per l'impiego. Okay, you can also go there and they will check everything about your contract and tell you, so that you know in time what to do. So if it shows that your couple is not up to date paying your tax, you take the slip that the office will give to you and show your couple and say, man, go and complete this tax, man. I can't be working for you and you are cheating me. So they do it to a lot of foreigners, okay? So be aware. And those who will be going for appeal, now you'll be bringing your work contract. And now you think your lawyer can use it to apply for to the judge, to show the judge that you are really integrating, not knowing that the contract is even not counting anymore. It's not reading. So always go to CAF to check that contract is reading. And also another thing is that you put it on appeal. You put your work contract, give it to your lawyer to give to judge, and then they discover that your tax is not up to date. Let's say the contract is 2 years, you have worked for 1 year. They discover that only tax of 2-3 months was only paid, and since then nothing has been paid. So that is why most of you will still get negative when you put on appeal, despite the fact you use a work contract to apply it, because you never find out that contract is no longer active, or it's not reading, or the tax is not up to date. Also, during Cassazione, the same thing applies, because when you bring all those your work contract to the lawyer gives to judge, during the time they will go for their verification, they will find out that the tax is not up to date because your couple is a fraud. It's a fraud, a scam. So they will reject you. So these things like that happen, especially when people that go and buy contract, they buy contract, and at the same time, those people who sell it to them go behind their back and cut the contract. Some they will tell you, oh, it's a 1 year contract, it's a 2 years contract, but you will not know that they have already terminated it after 5 months. So time to time, when you have your contract, time to time, maybe you can make it a duty that every 2 months or 3 months, you walk into CAF or IMSS or Centro per l'Impiego and go and find out if the contract is still counting, if the tax is up to date. This thing I'm telling you have happened to a lot of people. Many people lost documents, many people couldn't get Carta Sojourner, many people couldn't get citizenship, many people couldn't even win their appeal because of these fake contracts and tax not being paid. Most people, when they got to the time they will get pension, they will be told that they are owing the government because let's say they worked for 25 years and maybe only tax of 2 years or 3 years was paid. It means that nothing for them. They are owing the government. So they'll spend many years paying thousands of euros back to the government. So make it a duty to go to IMSS, Centro per l'Impiego or CAF to always verify these things once every 3 months or 4 months or 5 months, because you never can tell when they will plan to cheat you. Especially when you stop work, you want to apply disoccupazione, then they discover that you will not be paid. Yeah, because you're owing. In fact, they'll ask you to pay back those tax. Italy does not joke with tax at all. So please, inform someone, to tell someone, share the video to them, especially all those who are working. Share it to your Facebook, to your WhatsApp, so that they will know. Okay, all right. So also, sometimes it also happens that most of you who send your documents to all these offices, Agencia per Lavoro, Manpower, all these agencies, or sometimes they tell you send your documents and you send it. You don't even know that they are using your documents, everything you have sent to them, to write a contract for those people who don't even have documents. So when controller comes, they bring it out and show to controller goes away, while they use it and employ those who don't have documents, and that is black job. For those, they were employed without document, not knowing that the company is playing scam. They took your own information, you that have document, to create a contract, and they use it to employ someone else. So also, when you go to Centro l'Impiego, CAF, they can tell you how many contracts you have. So you can equally ask them, please, I want to check how many contracts do I have counting on my head. Some people went and they found out that they already have 5 contracts reading in different companies. Let me tell you, you can make big money out of it, because when you print out those work contracts, those companies have used to write contract and employ people based on black job. Those people employed based on black job did not even know that this is what the company did. They just employ them. So these companies take your contract just to position it so that when controllers come, they'll show to them. So you can take those copies. You ask the CAF to print it out for you of those. Let's say you see 5 contracts reading on your head, or 10 contracts, or depending on the number, they can print it out. You go straight and give to your lawyer so that they will file a case against those companies. I bet you will be swimming in thousands and millions of euro, because definitely you are going to win the case. This is identity theft. They call it identity theft. So you surely will win the case. So don't just say cancel the contract. Please, CAF, cancel the contract, or Centro l'Impiego, cancel the contract, or IMSS, cancel the contract. You are doing yourself. You are losing. You can use it and be a millionaire, a 1,000 euro person. What a more 1,000. Cash will be landing in your bank account definitely when you win the case, and you will surely win. So always go to CAF to know how many contracts are counting on you or you are having. They will check with your codice and other things that you'll be giving to them. They will tell you. Okay, so always make sure you find out these things. So that's why some of you, when you go to get a job, you don't even get it, because people have used your information to get jobs already. So the person employer will say, do you have jobs? Are you working? You say no. They'll just look into the system, take your name, codice, check, go to CAF, and CAF will run it and tell them this guy is having 2 jobs. So the couple will be like, oh, this guy is lying to me. I'm not going to give this job. But you never knew that it was like that, because you never knew that other offices where you sent your document for a job have used it to employ people without you even knowing. So you keep running around without job for years, not knowing that people are cashing out with your documents, okay? And that is why at a point, multa will be coming. Even when you get a job, you succeed in getting a job, you apply for Sete 30, and then you are getting more fine. Government asking you to pay back this, pay back that. You're now wondering, why is it only me? Every time I do Sete 30, they're asking me to pay back this and that. It's because those companies employed people using your documents, and you never knew, and you never cared to go and find out in CAF how many contracts are counting on you or you have, okay? So that you don't end up paying Sete 30 all through your life. Huge money coming. Those contracts are still reading. So please, find out these things and sue those companies with a good, competent lawyer, okay? All right. And by the way, if you don't have a good, competent lawyer, I can give you one that can fight on any case bothering you, anything at all bothering you as a foreigner here. This lawyer will help you out. All right. I think I'll be stopping here. See you in my next video. I'm out of here, man. I'm Chi. Ciao. Please share to your friends on WhatsApp, Facebook. Let's in the comment section. Keep it real. Subscribe. Press the option button. Click the bell for real-time notification. Ciao. I'm Chi.